Hello, and welcome to CSM Today. I am your host, Ben Harris, and tonight I'll be joined by members of the cast and crew of our CSM Theater. We will be right back. Welcome back to CSM Today. I'm here with some of the crew members of CSM Theater's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So, you two, what are your roles? And, well, introduce yourselves. What did you do for the latest CSM production?
I'm Mike Russell. I am one of the shop foremen at the College Theater. I was also stage manager for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
All right.
My name's Frank Bowles. I was also a shop foreman here at CSM Theater, and I was the character of Fenris Ulf.
Oh, two roles.
Yep.
So what, you mentioned a shop foreman. What does that mean? What do you do as a shop foreman?
We pretty much oversee everything that happens within the shop, whether it's carpentry or lights or sound. So we're pretty much working 24/7 backstage.
Oh, wow. So it's just like a catch-all phrase for you make sure the things get built.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're a stage manager then. What does
Yes.
that mean?
I start at the beginning of the production process, talk with the designer and director, and get everything sorted. And then as soon as auditions happen, I get in touch with all the actors, get all the paperwork sorted, and as soon as the rehearsal process starts, get done all the blocking and make sure everything kind of stays on progress with the show.
So foreman's like logistics of the set, and your logistics of the people, sort of,
Yeah.
when it comes to the actors. What made you want to be the foreman and managers that you are? Like, what sparked that initial interest in theater?
Well, for me, I got really into theater sophomore year of high school, and I was really well accepted there. So then I started off doing set crew, and I came here, and my love for building sets built up even more. And then I got tangled in with lights, and now I kind of just like doing everything.
Yeah, so it's like a process back from high school.
Yeah.
You're sticking with it. Yeah.
You know, and since we're at CSM, we learn pretty much all aspects. Like I've been the stage manager as well this past year.
All right. Yeah. What about you, Mike? What sparked that initial interest?
It was sort of a family thing for me because my parents used to do acting stuff, but then they changed careers, and then they just instilled in me and my siblings acting and stuff like that. So my siblings used to be actors, and I was more of the technical, wanting to build things, and then I found my own little niche in theater with the building stuff, and it just went from high school to here.
So you have it sounds like you two have a lot of experience when it comes to like making sets and being part of like that whole, like every part of the process.
Yeah.
What was your favorite like production to work on so far? Well, let's split it up. What's your favorite set and just like production in general? How does that sound?
Favorite set.
Yeah, favorite set and favorite production.
My favorite set was probably the last fall semester we did Oliver.
That was a good one.
That was a fun set where we made a two-story building on the back part of the stage, and we made two storybook doors which were 16 feet long, 8 feet tall. That swung out.
Oh wow.
So building those was a lot of fun.
How does that even happen? How do you build something in like a theater?
With a lot of 2x4s. A lot of 2x4s. We laid it down on the ground and we screwed it all together, and then we we put wheels on it, and then we stood it up, and then we attached it to a stationary wall that we screwed into the floor of the stage. So, and then after getting it, like aligning a door properly, getting to it so it moved easily. Getting to that process was a little difficult because it was just so big, it wanted to bend a little bit.
That's a bad thing to have happen during a production,
Yeah,
it sounds like.
We broke the door a couple times.
Yeah.
Mostly myself.
It was mostly you breaking the doors. But once we got, we shored it up so it was all stationary and it wouldn't wobble anymore. And then we got a replacement door, so one that Frank broke all the time. We replaced that.
I was in character though. I was acting.
That makes it all okay.
Yeah. We shored that up and everything was fine for the run of the show.
What about you, Frank? What was your favorite set to make?
Probably my favorite set would have been a Midsummer Night's Dream we did a few years ago. It was 2 levels with lots of ramps going around it, and we had a giant paper mache tree that was huge, and within it we had a spindle. That way, the fairy queen
Oh, yeah.
could lay down in it, and then it would spin around for when it got to her scene. We also had fabric draped from the catwalk, and we projected lights onto it, so it really made it elegant, and it took you to a fantasy land, really.
It sounds like the sets that you make are a lot more complicated than I thought they were. Like Oliver's was like a wall of a house, and then yours is sort of like a giant spinning thing. I don't know how to describe
Kind
it.
of.
Yeah.
It
You
was
did
only
pretty
within
well.
the tree. The tree itself was about 6 feet wide in diameter, and then we also had a running waterfall that we made out of a flat and a slide, and had water running through, and then it would funnel back through a pump and come raining down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said you guys were stage managers too. So those are your favorite sets. Like, what was your best experience stage managing a show?
Best experience stage
Well,
managing.
mine-
Or is it
for-
all just like drudging, having to contact everyone?
It's drudging, but I just did my first stage management show a couple weeks ago for the
okay.
show Benched. I worked with 3 amazing ladies. They were all very well done together. They had a lot of chemistry, and the show turned out beautifully. Was it stressful? Yes. Would I take back any minute of it? No.
That's good. What about you, Mike?
I think the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was probably one of my favorite shows to stage manage.
Oh, the most recent one, right?
Yeah, the most recent one. Maybe because it's just fresh in my memory, but just working with all the kids who were just so enthralled with theater and wanting to learn and loving becoming these characters. And then working with some of the older cast who just, you can see that they've had years where they just do this for fun, and just the enjoyment that they had from it. Working with them is just, there's something about it that just makes you want to do it again. So I am going to do it again.
And so will I.
Do
Yeah.
you think you're gonna be doing it more after college? Like, do you see any like professional places for you?
As a stage manager, no. My goal in life with theater is to become a technical director, so I still oversee everything within the theater, backstage-wise, and even on stage. And I don't know about Mike, but I'm pretty sure, don't you want to be the technical
Yeah.
director as well?
Yeah, more of a master carpenter and technical director.
Yeah.
So focus on the building.
Yep. We both have a focus in carpentry.
Yeah.
Oh, so like that's definitely something you can take like outside of that too. Then, like, did you guys know carpentry before you came to theater, or was it like a skill you learned because you had to?
Kind of, little bit of both. I mean, as kids building birdhouses or anything, but then once we got here, we experienced a whole new level, and it's getting to the point now to where, looking back, I can see all the mistakes I've made and how it took me so long to do something. So now I can do the process much faster.
Yeah, that's good. You got a lot of skills for it.
Yeah. Although the oldest phrase I can remember is measure twice, cut once. And that still applies today, no matter what I do.
I keep hearing like old people that are carpenters always say measure once, cut twice. That always seemed wrong to me, but
Measure?
yeah.
You're not wrong in that. You can still work around it, but I try to measure twice, cut once, just to save time.
It's just what ends up happening sometimes.
Yeah. Although cutting twice, measuring once happens too much than I'd like to admit as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in today. And we'll be right back with more from the cast of CSM Theater.